You know, I always used to say if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So that's just popped on. It's not affected the performance of the van or anything like that, so I'm just presuming it's something minor. But just another thing to delay the build a little bit. I'm going to get that sorted as soon as I can. But today's video, we're doing the insulation and the sound deadening on the floor at the back. So I'll pull everything out, I'll go through what I've bought, and then figure out how I'm going to fit it. So for the base layer, I bought this silent coat, 2mm. So that's going down first, and then this is called Dodo thermo layer, and that's 6mm. So the goal is to keep everything as low as possible, because I don't want like a massive ridge where it ends, like in this area. So I'm going to mark an area to put some wooden slats. I don't know the proper name for them, wooden slat thingy jobbies, phalanges. I'm going to mark an area to put them just in case I need to, because I'm not going to drill the hole. I'm not going to drill the plywood floor when I put that on through the floor of the van, and I don't know if I can stick it on to the Dodo thermo layer. So I'm yet to figure that bit out, but I'm going to mark some areas where I can put some phalanges and glue them should I need to when I come to do the ply floor. Okay, so phalange markers are all in. Just need to give it a clean and then start laying the insulation. Also, it says make sure it's 10 degrees when doing this, so let's hope it sticks, because it's not 10 degrees. Okay, so that's the sound deadening done. I try to leave gaps as best as I could for the phalanges, but whenever I measured, it never seemed to come out at the same point. So they're as good as they can be. I'm still not decided if I'm going down that route. It's quite easy to fit. Didn't take much time. Day 2 of insulation and sound deadening. A lot more upbeat today. I hadn't managed to have a proper rest last night. So there's meant to be a storm coming in. It says 2 o'clock. I think it's drizzling a bit, so we're going to start on the back so I can close the doors in the back so no water gets in, and then work our way forwards this time. I think that should make it easier. Not even one piece in and the rain has started already. Cheers, weatherman, you n***. It's not even anywhere near 2 o'clock yet. Can't tell you how what this is like. I'm just trying to get something done, and there's just no weather for it ever. Even in the summer I wouldn't have the weather for it. It's just want to get it sorted, don't have a garage. Yo, so got the wheel arches done. So that's basically everything on the floor of the van is now soundproofed. Now it's time for the insulation. I've had to close the back door and I've had to close all the doors, so if it's dark it's because it's raining. Weather forecast said for 2 o'clock, and this is why I never ever check the weather forecast since I started doing this build. 2 o'clock it's going to start raining. It's 11:20. Weatherman, but I just need to get the flooring finished, because I'm like so fed up with like I'm just pissed off with everything. So I'm now dealing with this big roll of insulation that I've got here. I don't want to end up cutting it into a piece that's too small, so I'm going to try to lay it in sections, and then this is basically how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to do it, which I don't know is the right way or not, but I've got a cutting board here. I'm going to lay from here to here, so I've got the space for the phalange thing. So lay it here, stick it to there, put the cutting board underneath the very edge and cut through, and hopefully I think that should be the easiest way. When I was doing the sound deadening, that seemed like the easiest way to do it on there as well. Do you know what, I'm not. It's too wet to, like, I've rubbed my hoodie over it, and it still feels damp, and I don't want to be sticking anything down on a wet surface. So right, so let's try this again. Went to try it this morning, but it started raining straight away, so weather isn't great now, but I kind of want to push through and get everything to where I wanted it to be today. So we're just going to do it in the van with the doors closed. Hopefully it's not too dark, but all of the sound deadening is now where I wanted it, all on the floor, except for the points where the phalange things are going to be. So now it's just the insulation, and then the next video is going to be putting down the plywood floor and the lino over the top of that. Okay, so I can't remember where I got to yesterday, but we're basically at the stage now where it's ready to start laying the plywood floor. So it already makes a massive difference to the noise or just the general sound when driving. It's a lot quieter. Before at motorway speed, it was quite difficult to have a conversation without raising your voice. Now it's more along the lines of like the sound within inside a car when you're driving along, which is a great bonus. It feels warmer as well. So this is now where we're up to. So like I said, we've got the sound deadening and then the insulation on top, and then the sound deadening all along these side ones. So like I said before, I've left little gaps. I'm going to put thin strips of plywood and then just get the plywood to rest on this as well. So it's not going to be high, I'm going to get it as low as I possibly can. And the only reason I'm getting the strips of plywood basically is to stick it to the floor and then stick it to the plywood, so I don't have to use any screws to screw it down. But that should be coming in the next video. And then once I do that, I can then put down the outro flooring, which I already have. It's just the plywood I don't have, so I need to buy that. Once I've done that, I can do the next two, so plywood and then the outro flooring in one video, and then we're ready to start carpeting the sides. But once I get the flooring down, I can use the van like a van, whereas at the minute I'm very cautious about scratching the paintwork on the base and other things as well. So as soon as the floor is down, I can use it like a van, and the carpet isn't so much of a necessity as the floor. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, a bit of a nightmare to film, but we'll get easier, we'll get better. So I'll see you in the next video in a bit. Bye.